Yeah, I just watched Chelsea play Fulham today. Don't cry for me. I did it to myself. I honestly feel like watching Chelsea, they're just spitting in my face every single time with performance after performance because every single game I watch them, there's just really no sign of improvement. Um, but yeah, as you know, Chelsea played Fulham today in the Premier League, and to no one's surprise, Chelsea played abysmal. And I really wanted to make this video because I really can't take my anger no more watching Chelsea. It seems that every single time I see a more disjointed, gutless, soft, and very, very uninspiring team to watch. It's so painful right now, and I don't really know what to say. The only thing I can say from all this now is I probably hopefully think that this is Graham Potter's last game because certainly as a manager he's not getting better every single game goes by. He's just getting worse and his tactics have become more stinkier every single game. Watching Chelsea, I must have travelled to an alternate dimension. I found literally that this sort of football is some sort of torture to watch. It's just so painful to sit through. I mean, everything in my body right now just feels numb watching Chelsea. There's really no joy or excitement. I pretty much sat there exactly the same every game. It's just record player on repeat after repeat. It just doesn't improve my mood, give me any fulfillment of any sort of hope. It is just so gutless and miserable to watch. But regardless of all that, we've seen some debut signs from João Felix that Chelsea fans were singing his name. Not really much I've seen from him, to be honest with you. The only sort of highlight for him is that he sent off 3-match ban. Great. Another one for the manager to deal with. As also another injury on the list for Dennis Zakaria as well. That's probably like now 10, 11 players can't even play. So, yeah, it's just not really looking good right now. I know people will come up with the excuse for Graham Potter that he doesn't really have the squad or the tools for him right now to manage this team. But at the end of the day, he has to kind of manage the best that he can with this squad right now. And certainly one thing for certain, he's just not doing that. He changed the tactics today, and it didn't look any better. It didn't look like we tried, couldn't bother. Now, a lot of things I will say about Chelsea is that they are a mess right now. Watching Chelsea being owned is literally like being owned by the Playboy Mansion. It's somehow just a chaotic feast of shit, really. You have Todd Bowley there, not really a football man or football experience as an owner in that regard. I mean, he has obviously had some sort of sports ownership in the past, but certainly not in European or British football. And certainly he's not really worked himself hard to achieve anything. I think he somehow thinks in his head that somehow in English football you could somehow get away with bad results, like you could get away with bad results in American sports. I think, quite simply, if that's the way he thinks, then he shouldn't really be owning this club, to be honest with you. Because there's no time to be waiting around and just waiting on things to happen. It's literally like you just go through surgery and you're staying awake having a colonopathy, then somehow the next day you have a hemorrhoid. Something is clearly wrong with the surgeons trying to deliver that treatment to you, so you wouldn't go back doing the same shit again. But one thing for certain is that his recruitment in terms of how he picked the board members to who he axed out has not really worked. Him picking Graham Potter hasn't worked either. I'm literally watching a game tactically. It doesn't seem we are improving on the pitch. It just seems that we're just finding more ways of being more uncreative and lackluster. It's just, I'm really just lost for words just to say how this team won the Champions League 2 years ago to seeing what I'm seeing now. Because at least when I watch Chelsea in their worst, at least we can have some leadership or try and get out of bad situations. But certainly not now. I don't pick any leaders in that team. It's very weak, very soft. And I don't really know where the next big result is going to come from. And yeah, that's about it. See you later.